As you plan your race season, you want to make sure you denote the importance and your goals of each event. The simplest way to do that is define them as A, B, and C races. To me, I define a C race as just really and truly a training race. You're not really in any particular phase of training. You could do C races in the preparation, base, build, taper, and peak phase, and it's just less important. It's usually a local run, maybe a 5K, 10K half marathon, or a local sprinter and Olympic distance as you're preparing for maybe a longer distance, 70.3 or 140.6. And again, the importance of it is it's low stress and fun, and it's just kind of a test to see where you're at, but you don't really plan your training around that race. Next up is a B race, where again, you want to give yourself plenty of time to plan for that race. Make sure you create a race plan of how you're going to execute it. And it's important in the sense that you may try something different. You may focus on just the swim or the run or the bike, or you may focus on putting it together. You may challenge yourself to push the pace a little bit more on the bike, or you may have to hold back a little bit on the bike because the most important part of your B event is to execute that run, because that's something you've struggled with in the past. So when I'm planning training around a B race, I actually like to plan a rest week, a lower reduction want and intensity the week leading up to that race. It's not a full taper. Full tapers are meant for A events, where if you want to make sure you have plenty of time to train for the event, no matter what it is. The training is going to be different depending on the distance, and you specifically have a certain build, race-specific intensity, race-specific planning leading up to a taper, because the taper is so dependent on what you do in that build phase so you can peak for your event. And the taper is just a structured gradual reduction in training volume and a little bit higher training intensity. As you reduce the volume, you either maintain intensity or you pick it up a little bit during that taper phase. But the biggest difference between a taper and a rest is you plan a gradual reduction in volume and a taper, whereas in a rest week, you just plan the rest week around the periodized training plan phases of training. So you plot this B race on your schedule, you plan that to be a rest week, so then you can kind of plan the base or build weeks before that planned rest week. So I'd love to hear your thoughts and comments on A, B, and C races and how you plan to rest or to taper. And if you have any questions about it, I'd love you to comment below, or join the conversation in our T2 Endurance Facebook group. And I hope you make it a great day.